Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. Scuba diving the Galapagos, Point Vicente Roca, Isla Isabela. On this dive, we'll be looking for the giant Galapagos seahorses, a place where turtles go to sleep in the evening. This is day 5 of diving here in the Galapagos. This is dive 4 of the day for me, and it's the second to last day of diving here in the Galapagos. I got into the water just a couple minutes after 5 o'clock, and the dive lasted approximately 50 minutes. My dive computer recorded a maximum depth of 56 feet and an average depth of 36 feet. The water temperatures I logged were a low of 77 degrees Fahrenheit and a high of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. With it being so late in the day, by the time the dive ended, the sun would be very low in the sky. This makes quite a bit of difference underwater. When you look at this island on the map, Isla Isabela, it looks very much like a seahorse, and this particular dive site is right at the seahorse's mouth. I glanced down to find a marbled stingray coming up the wall directly toward me. The marbled stingray range in size from 3.5 to 6.5 feet, not including the tail. They're usually found in depths of water from 10 to 180 feet. This is the second dive at this site, and it's very similar in terms of geography. These wonderful sheer walls cut into volcanic rock. I've turned on my video lights to help illuminate the wall. As the sun's very low in the sky, there's not a lot of natural light reaching down. There are a variety of fish along the wall, small, medium, some large, and quite a large number of sea urchins. Very thick-spined sea urchins. You'll see them scattered throughout. Glancing up, I see a sea lion overhead. It's the Galapagos. Beginning to reflect now on the Galapagos as I'm nearing the end of this trip and trying to figure out how I'll describe it, explain the experience to folks. I guess I would say diving the Galapagos feels like stepping into another era. Here in these waters, the marine iguanas feed off the algae, the hammerhead sharks patrol in schools, and turtles drift through as if on some ancient pilgrimage. It feels primal, untouched. The world up there, the deadlines, the pressures, the noise, it feels so distant, almost trivial. I know I'll have to return, and I like to see the people I care about. It's difficult to reconcile the two sometimes. I guess adventures aren't meant to last forever. If they did, I think we'd have to call them something else. Each dive here, each encounter is something raw, something wild. The currents are strong. There's often turbulent surge, pushing and pulling, as if reminding me that I am but a visitor in this world, subject to its rules. I didn't realize that the last turtle I was following was going to find a place to lay down and go to sleep. I guess this must be the place where the sea turtles all go to sleep at night, the place where we should find the giant Galapagos seahorses. I'm trying to be mindful of my video lights and mindful of how much time I spend close to the turtles. Some of them are already sleeping. I certainly don't want to disturb them. This one's eyes aren't closed yet. What a strange and wondrous place. If you're familiar with seahorses, then you understand most of the ones in the Caribbean are very small. Here's the first Galapagos seahorse I've come across. And while they're probably only 6 to 8 inches long, this is probably 5 or 6 times the size of a seahorse you'd see in the Caribbean. As you can see, the plant moving, there's quite a bit of surge here. It's hard to hold still and to hold the camera still. I find that I'm just as excited about the sea turtles as I am about the seahorses. Again, trying to be mindful of my video lights and keep them off around the turtles. This one's not asleep yet. Here's a harlequin wrasse. I guess I should be specific. These are Pacific seahorses, and they range in size from 4 to 8 inches, reaching a maximum of 12 inches. They're found in depths of water from 10 to 60 feet. All of the sea turtles that we saw in this video were the endangered green sea turtles. I've seen so many green sea turtles here, it's almost hard to wrap my head around the fact that they're endangered. I wonder what this place would have looked like before they were endangered. I guess of the Galapagos, I would say it's more than a destination. It's a journey. Not just into the ocean, but into a place that makes you feel like you stepped back in time. I know I've said that before in different ways, but it truly does feel like you've stepped back into something, a world that's remained wild, untamed, and free. What is the value of an experience? How can it be measured? I wish that it could be bottled up, to be enjoyed again and again. What an incredible experience. And yet, at the end of this dive, another surprise. A sea lion half asleep floating in the water. It's the Galapagos.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.